Hey, thanks for tuning into Disco Chaotica. I'm your DJ, and we are back with another episode of our survival series. Did we decide what we're going to call this? I think we decided on Discocraft. Yeah, let's go with that. Discocraft. So we are in our nice little home here. I have taken the time to liberally torch things up and also to leave some decorations. We had got these glowberries in the last episode, and we are actually using string in order to keep them from growing any further. So we've got the berries hanging down, makes that look really nice. We've also got, here's a little building trick. Let me show you the outside really quick. We are going to try and use shaders. Hopefully they'll work and not break my Minecraft. But you can see that we've done a bit of decoration on the outside. We got some moss to grow. I would have done the entire top, but I ran out of bone meal, which we'll get to. But what we've done is we have put some glass in the ceiling here, and we put some moss carpet over the top of it, and that actually allows the light to pass through, even though if we jump into free cam and we look at this from the top, it looks completely covered. It's just covered in moss, but on the inside it allows the light to go through. Not quite sure how that works from like a physics perspective, but it lights things up a little bit more, makes our little dirt mound look a bit nicer. So I know that I said that we were going to just kind of make a temporary setup here. We weren't going to do very much in terms of real building or infrastructure, but then I decided, hey, we're going to be here for a while. There's no deserts in sight or anything like that, so we might as well settle down and make things a bit cozier. We've designed a little farm. We've got our wheat, carrots, potatoes, our pumpkins growing back there. We've got some cocoa beans over here. And I've really kind of tried to go with the barrel aesthetic. I just really like how they look. They feel much more like a part of a farm than any chests. Because of the shape of this, I couldn't put this one sideways because it would have been uneven. Maybe I should have thought a little more about that, but oh well. And then we've got this little, it looks a bit, the design's a bit like a grain silo, but what it does is if we go through here and we dig these up, obviously every time that we replant there is going to be some extra seeds, so we just toss those in there, and you can hear the composter at work. Did it go through them all already? Wow, we didn't even get new bone meal out of that. Let's run through a bit more and see if we can actually see that in action. Alright, let's see. You can hear it working. Hopefully that was enough seeds to actually make something happen. I hear it. There we go. So we have inside of here, we have our barrel where we're putting the seeds into. Inside of that there is a hopper feeding into this composter, which feeds into this hopper, which feeds into this barrel. So basically anything that we put into here is going to get composted and then is going to get spit out as bone meal right here. I tried to make it look really aesthetically pleasing. There's not much that I can do about this part, and these fence posts kind of have to attach to the barrel because we don't have access to like a debug stick or anything to make those not connect, as nice as that would be. We've also got our farm over here, all of our animals, our little buddies. So that is pretty much everything. We finally got our first couple of pumpkins. I guess we have some inside that are left over from when we were clearing this whole area out earlier. Should probably join those together. Oh, we also have, it's made out of tuff, so it doesn't look the best, but we set up a little chicken farm, an egg farm over here as well. Sorry, chickens, that you have to kind of live encased in stone. Look at him. He's fine. Or she. I guess wouldn't all chickens have to be wait, they can't all be she's because they could also I don't know. Gender in Minecraft makes no sense. Ooh. Look at that. Usually the sunset happening is a bad thing because it means night is coming and that monsters are coming to eat our faces. But look at all of this. I really hope shaders have been really hit and miss for me. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I'm hoping that since this is vanilla, we've got really not much going on aside from optimization mods, I'm hoping that it works. Let me know if you guys like this, if you like seeing this, or if you don't, because if you don't like it, if it's not something that's for you, I will not be keeping it around. Just because I mean, I personally like it. I think it looks great, but I know that it's not for everyone. So if the general consensus is that it's not good, then I am willing to change things up. I was about to go to sleep, but actually there is something that is really only visible at night. Yes, I went through and I torched up this whole area. It took so long. I don't know how people can stand to go around lighting up their builds all the time. And look, there's even dark spots here that I've missed, and a tree here that I've missed. I thought I got rid of all of these. There we go. So it goes out a decent ways, not in every direction, but at least enough so that mobs will... Oh, gosh. Whoa, you can barely see the water with these shaders. Interesting. That might be tricky to keep around. But yeah, we went through, we took the time, took so many torches. Like, I think we went through... Was this a stack? I feel like it was over a stack. I don't know. I kind of did it in bits and pieces, but we were able to get everything torched up and get it looking amazing. So now I'm gonna feel really bad if we end up abandoning this area, because, you know, I think it looks pretty good. We've done some good work here. All right, beautiful morning. Sun's coming up over the cherry trees. That's okay, that's gorgeous. Everything looks amazing with shaders. Um, I think that we have a texture pack that I was trying to use that brings the grass edge down so that it doesn't look quite as jagged. Here's what that looks like. It is part of Vanilla Tweaks, and it brings the texture of the grass down. It does it for all of the grass around here. You can see that this looks a little more like we get like rolling green hills, that kind of thing. Unfortunately, the effect kind of falls apart when we go inside. It's very, yeah, it does not look the best. Maybe I will try to replace all of this grass with moss if I can, but yeah, it looks a bit like a patchwork right now, and I don't know, I don't, I don't know if it works. I guess it looks okay from a distance, but I don't know, just that straight line of sort of just everything stopping right there. I don't know if I like it. So what is on our agenda for the day? Well, I thought about taking the time to make a bunch of mud bricks, but as you can see here, it takes a little while. We have to have every single individual water bottle through, use that. This is gonna take a long time, but what we can do with these is we are able to go into... Can we do it directly in the stone cutter? I don't remember. No, they do need to be packed, which we need wheat for. I believe it is, let's see, packed mud. Oh, wait, I thought it had to be like in a cross pattern or something, but we can just do it directly with the packed mud. Okay, it is 4 each time you do it. So I can just do that and make 8. These are what I wanted to use for my, at least part of the palette for what I'm doing, because this, we can take this out here and see it's got this nice, like, I don't know what you would call that, but it's got this, like, old-fashioned feeling texture to it. Just like, this is something that's been around for a long time. Also, I don't understand how just combining it with wheat makes it into a solid block that you need a pickaxe for. Um, you'd think that you would need to put it into like a furnace or something, but nothing in Minecraft makes sense. But yeah, essentially, if we wanted to make a ton of mud bricks, we would pretty much need to do this continuously. Can probably do this with like a dispenser or something. It's probably possible to automate it. Like, I am sure that there are guides out there for automating this process, but look at that. It took us, what, 3, 4 trips just to get this one line processed, and that gave us 11. But that's not going to go very far. So before we can even think about doing anything in terms of structures made with mud, I am going to need to figure out some form of automation because there is no way that I'm spending all this time manually converting into mud. I wanted to have like a desert archaeology sort of like an archaeological dig. That's kind of the theme that I wanted to go for. Like you got like an ancient structure which is slowly being excavated. I figured that that would fit really well with the Trails and Tales theme, but it looks like that might be tricky. Just because, well, I wanted to do it in a desert or a mesa, but neither of those seems to exist in this area. So we'll figure something out with that. Yeah, there you are. I know that there's some logic to like what the ooh, you got a lot of hearts. Hello. Um, you want to be my best friend? We'll travel the world together. It'll be a great time. We'll have lots of fun. I'll give you sugar and tons of wheat. There we go. The wheat was what sold it. Got ourselves a horse. And now we can get around, travel around, maybe even look for a desert. We'll see. We've looked around this area a decent amount, but we are going to find our desert or our mesa or something. Something that just really screams archaeology. Like, this is where we're going to dig, this is where the ancient people were, and just something fun. So this is the issue that we've been running into. We go too far in any one direction, then we just hit ocean. And there's nothing visible as far as we can see. And we can wrap around here, and this will eventually take us back around to those mountains. But I think off in this direction is where there was more land. So let's head around here and see what we find. Oh, wait. Nope, looks like I was wrong. This way goes to the ocean as well. There it is. So yeah, I think that this is the, gone around the edge of the peninsula. And now we're getting closer to somewhere. Hopefully somewhere with a bed, because I am realizing it's the middle of the night, and I didn't bring one with me. Might need to switch off shaders just so that we can see. There we go, shaders disabled, and just for good measure, there. You know, no one has really given me any issues regarding the gamma mod, so I assume that you guys are okay with it. Until someone says otherwise, I am going to continue to use it because it is very nice and helps not only with visuals on YouTube, I'm sure, but also with visuals in my brain. It's starting to wrap back around, so either this is just a really big island, or we have escaped from the islandy area. We've got yet another village. I swear that's all we've been seeing. We've seen mountains, forests, and villages. I don't even feel like looting you, I just want to keep going. I want to find that desert. You know, the further that I travel, the more I'm realizing packing up all of my stuff and bringing it all this way is going to be a huge pain. Unless I can, like, travel, I guess we can take it through the nether, but, That just sounds painful. Maybe we give up on our quest to find a desert or a mesa or anything like that. And we just go home and we build something there. That might completely upend all of our plans. And is that another ocean? No, it's a lake. But yeah, I think it might be time to call it quits, because we're at, where are we? We're at x equals 4,300. Yeah, we've gone a long ways and seen nothing. Ooh, what a day. Or 2 days. It took us 2 days, right? And made it back. 2.5 days. I've lost track. Time has no meaning. But made it back here, and I think we're just gonna make it work. Like, obviously my original design might not work perfectly here, but we'll figure something out. We'll make it look good. So if we've decided that we are going to be setting up here for real, let's see, we want maybe up in the mountains, have some sort of snowy dig site. No, we've spent enough of our energy in this little area that I want it to be just right around here. But we really are going to need a lot of mud. So I think the best way to go about that is to build a mud converter, which means that we need dispensers, which means that we need bows. And I don't think we've picked up any off of stray skeletons, so we're gonna need a lot of string. We've made ourselves a shield, and now we need to make it look fancy. So thank you for your contribution, sheep. We will put this wool to good use. How do you build a loom? Is it like this? It's not? Is it string? Are we gonna have to use more string just so that we can... What a weird recipe. All of the other, like, specialized crafting tables use 4 planks and then the block on top, and I guess it makes sense that the loom uses string, but it's still annoying. Make the banner. And what do we actually want to do? Maybe some yellow? Get some yellow dye on there. Maybe a... Here's a thought. What if we did... Do we still have any... I don't have any more black dye. I'm gonna kill some squids real quick and make something cool. No, don't run. I'm just trying to murder you. Come on, buddy. Be a pal. There we go. Oh? Oh, right. Breathing. That's important. So this was about the time when I messed up. Something went wrong. Either I hit the wrong button in OBS, or OBS itself messed up, but I started recording what I was trying not to record instead of the other way around. So we made our shield, we got our string, made our dispensers, and got all of that stuff set up, and I lost about 30 minutes of footage. Whoopsie. So I don't have very much redstone knowledge in my wheelhouse, but I can at least do something like this. That gives us that. And then we refill. 2. So if we have multiple bottles in there, if there's a chance like that, there's a chance that it just doesn't do what it's supposed to do. That's annoying. So it turns out it's actually fairly simple to auto farm mud, except that I would need 3 I would need to fill an entire dispenser completely full with glass bottles, and not exactly going to work. So I'd really only be able to do, what, like, how many do I have right now? 12, right? 12 bottles. So that's about, what, 4, 9, 36. I'd need 36 times as many bottles, which is a stack and a half of sand. That's annoying and not going to work. So sorry, Mud. We will figure you out later, maybe. So I think we might need to make another plan. I don't know that I can really produce the level of mud bricks that I want to do, so maybe we use a different material in the meantime, and maybe we'll bring those into play later on. But I'm thinking that we build something around here, right? Like onto the back of the base. That could be cool. That way we can still have the aesthetic of our little mound, but we can also have something back behind it. I don't know, that means taking out more of this area, and I already did that. But we might as well, right? Might as well do a little bit more. Alright, we've got the shovels ready to go. Let's clear out more of this space. Yay. Oh boy, that was a little bit of work. You know, if you thought that the original flattening of this whole area was bad, then you're right. It was much worse than this. But look at that. We've got a fairly flat area now. I should probably take this out as well in case we decide to build something there. It'll probably be fine. Maybe? I don't know, it's kind of a sharp angle. How much durability is left? When our shovel breaks, we stop. Alright, I guess that's where we stop. Although, I mean, this is still very kind of jagged, and we do have one more shovel. Yeah, we might as well even this out. Make it look nice. Okay, that gives us a little more depth to our build, right? Makes it a tiny bit less blocky looking. That section is still fairly blocky, but we can fill that in, make it look natural. But this should give us enough. Hello. What are you? Well, that's probably nothing. Okay, I think that this is a fairly open I should push this back further. I really should. Tell you what, I will figure out what we're going to do for the build here, and then we'll push it back. And it'll look great. But as for right now, I think that is all the time that we have. But we got some good stuff done. Sort of. We found out that there are no deserts anywhere nearby. We dug out part of a cliff. Showed you guys all the cool stuff that I made. Didn't make so much cool stuff in this episode, but you know, sometimes that is okay. Sometimes you don't have to make something cool in every episode, except when you're on YouTube and the algorithm is constantly screaming at you to do something funny. But I wouldn't know anything about that because we just do whatever we want. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, of course, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Since you're still here, you probably like what I'm doing, so you might as well hit the button so that you can see more of it. Thank you as always for tuning in, and I will catch you on the airwaves. Goodbye.